Hi friends, let's cover a topic from Indian history that is on Pushyabhuti dynasty. Pushyabhuti dynasty rose after the downfall of Gupta Empire in 6th century CE in northern India. The Pushyabhuti dynasty ruled between 500 CE to 647 CE in the 6th century in northern India. Pushyabhuti was the founder of this dynasty. Pushyabhuti dynasty is also known as Vardhana dynasty. It, it ruled parts of North India during 6th and 7th centuries. The core area of their kingdom was situated in what is now the state of Haryana. It ruled the small area around their capital Thaneswara, which is now the modern Thanesar in the state of Haryana. After the fall of Gupta Empire and having no other empire leads to the political disintegration of northern India. So during this phase of time, along with Pushyabhutis, there rose a number of similar independent powers like Mukharis of Kosala, Kanyakubja and the later Guptas of Magadha and Malwa. This Kosala and Kanyakubja are the present day state of Uttar Pradesh, and Magadha and Malwa is in the present day state of Bihar and Madhya Pradesh. And there are also the other kingdoms which are established in the present day states of Orissa, Bengal and Assam. In the 7th century CE, the Gauda kingdom under the king Shashanka came into being, comprised of northern and most of the western parts of Bengal. The early rulers are hardly known for any achievements. Inscriptions reveal that between the kings Pushyabhuti and Prabhakara there were several unnamed kings. There were two primary key sources for the Pushyabhutis exist. One was Siyuki, which was written by Huan Sang when he visited India in the 7th century and met Harshavardhana. And this Siyuki includes the details of King Harshavardhana's court, economic, social and religious conditions. And the other one is Harshacharita. It is the biography of King Harshavardhana, which was written by his court poet Banabhat. And this Harshacharita mentioned about the king Prabhakarvardhana and his sons Rajyavardhana, Harshavardhana and daughter Rajyashri. Now let's discuss about Prabhakarvardhana. Prabhakarvardhana is also known as Pratapashila and he ruled between 580 to 605 CE. He fought many enemies and expanded his kingdom and assumed title of Maharajadiraja, and he is the first one in the dynasty to do so. His daughter Rajashri was married to Maukri king Grahavarman of Kanauj. Prabhakarvardhan died from an illness and he was succeeded by his elder son named Rajyavardhana. Rajyavardhana ruled during 605 to 606 CE. He faced with unexpected war. Shashanka, the king of Gauda, defeated and killed Maukari king Grahavarman and imprisoned his queen Rajashri. With the vengeance on Shashanka of killing his brother Rajyavardhana, Harshavardhana took over the empire. King Harshavardhana is the most prominent king in Pushyabhuti dynasty. Harshavardhana first administered in the name of his sister Rajyashri and later was formally crowned as an emperor in 606 CE. He captured a larger part of northern India. King Harshavardhana made Kanauj the seat of power from where he extended his authority in all the directions. Harsha moved his capital from Thaneswar to Kanauj. He ruled a vast territory comprising eastern Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Orissa, and he fought the rulers of Vallabhi and Gujaras in the west. The king Harshavardhan ruled his empire on the same lines as the Guptas. The king he conquered paid him revenue and sent him soldiers when he was fighting a war. They accepted his suzerainty but remained rulers over their own kingdoms and in matters of local importance made their own decisions. Harsha's inscriptions, Bana's Harshacharita and Huan Sang's account leave no doubt that the stability of the administration of the empire and had come to depend much on the support of allies and feudatories. The officials were not paid in salaries, instead, they were given a land as a payment for their services. His administration, in fact, had become more feudal and decentralized. The law and order situation seems to have slackened during this period as Huan Sang himself was a victim of plunder of dacoits. Harsha assumed the title of King of Magadha and maintained diplomatic relationships with China. In this era, Hinduism and Buddhism were the chief religions. Harsha himself was neither a staunch Hindu and openly practiced Mahayana Buddhism, giving a warm welcome and special privileges to Huyen He distributed alms after every 6 years, a practice which went on for days until the entire treasury was exhausted, even down to emperor's own clothes. He held two grand assemblies, one in the city of Kanauj and the other at Prayag, known as Mahamoksha Parishad. The Kanauj assembly was summoned to honor Yuan and publicize the Mahayana form of Buddhism. The assembly was attended by Bhaskar Varman and the king of 20th centuries. So, those were few details on King Harshavardhana and Pushyabhuti dynasty. Hope it was useful. Thank you, stay safe and stay healthy.